Yes, you. I got 3 words for you. Let's do this. Come on in. Come on in. It's about that time. It's time to get this party started. You already know, 7 o'clock on the dot. Hey, as you coming in, make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Y'all know that's for the algorithm, hook your ball up so it can push it out to more people. But if you don't do nothing, if you don't do a thing, do this. Share this out. Share this to everybody you know. Male, female, husband, wife, it don't matter. Bring them in here today because we got some blessings coming in for you. But you know what? I'm gonna get into that in a second. I'm gonna give y'all a couple of extra minutes to be able to get y'all people on here because, like I said, I promise you want them here for this. So, I'm gonna give y'all a couple extra minutes to get your people on. Don't be selfish. Don't come and get this by yourself. Don't even do it. Don't even think about it. You know at least 1. You know at least 2. You know at least 5. Send this out to at least 5 people. That's a minimum. Because Mr. Grind Time said so. But yo, go on do that. And I'm finna send out some invites myself. And I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm up before the sun, grind mode activated. Praying to the Lord, now my soul's elevated. Mind on the mission that he put in my hands. Mr. Grind Time, moving by divine plans. Cash rules cool, but I'm rich in my faith. Jesus in the driver's seat, I just navigate. Focus like the laser, guided by the cross. Ain't afraid to fail, cause I know who to ball. Health is wealth, that's the vibe that I'm on. Grace got me climbing from the dust to the dawn. Holy Spirit flowing through me like a river. This a grind time, blessed and a born winner. Playing tight, aim high, never too small. With God in my corner, I can never fall. Energy, electric, soul of a leader. Kingdom grind, face a full-time feature. Hit the pavement like tires on a track. Armor of the Lord, yeah, I'm built to clap back. Legacy of motion, written in the book. Favor ain't luck, it's the path that he took. Turn setbacks into setups for the win. Covered in the blood, I was born to a sin. Built for the struggle, now I move at the cross. Every yell's just a lesson, not a loss. Health is wealth, that's the vibe that I'm on. Grace got me climbing from the dust to the dawn. Holy Spirit flowing through me like a river. Mr. Grind Time, blessed and a born winner. Playing tight, aim high, never too small. With God in my corner, I can never fall. Energy, electric, soul of a leader. Kingdom grind, faith, a full-time feature. Tell him I'm willing.
Tell him I'm lit.
Tell him I'm hard.
Cause the Lord said commit.
This a grind time, it's going high free. I open at the doors, I slip and do great.
Tell him I'm coming. Tell him I grind. But the Lord said commit. Share. Now open up the doors, I'm stepping through great. Share this out. Cause come on in, let's go on, get ready to have some fun tonight. If you want to be blessed, if you know you're already blessed, but you want to get some more blessings, and you want your people to get your blessings, come on in. Bring them on in. But yo, what it do, fam? It's your boy, Mr. Grind Time, here on another beautiful day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Man, if I tell y'all, I got a special one for y'all today. Because in my Tony voice, do you know what today is? This is officially the 1-year anniversary of the hottest new podcast gracing your screen. This is the anniversary episode of Grind Time Live. Y'all been rocking with me for a year, and I ain't got nothing but love for y'all. I much appreciate it, because without y'all, there wouldn't be no need for me to do this, right? Without y'all, I wouldn't have these stories to put out there for the world. So I just want to take this time before I even get started to thank all of y'all for, like I say, rocking with me over this last year, from Facebook to Instagram, because, all the problems we was having, through all the trials and tribulation we was having. But y'all know what God puts in play, can't nothing stop, can't nobody stop. What doors he open, can't nobody close, right? So that's why we just keep it coming. We just keep it coming. But I always got to ask this question. Have you cleansed your body today? Have you cleansed your body today? Okay, how about this week? How about this month? Oh, so you behind, huh? Okay, let's fix that. Get with me. Get with anybody who you see that's in this amazing family called Total Life Changes, and tell them to get you some of this right here. Some of that ISOT. This is the best natural cleanse you will ever find. Not only is it the best, it's the best tasting. So it is what it is. We just gonna keep it real with you. We ain't gonna play no games with you. But today I'm finna mix up me some what Mr. Grind Time coined as the AP Plus. Y'all know y'all like that Arnold Palmer. This is the AP Plus because it's the OGT with the lemonade Arnold Palmer. Grind Time style AP Plus. If you ain't got it yet, if you ain't tried it yet, try it like wretched now. Not right now, but wretched now. Cause we finna get this party started though. And I gotta drop this one for y'all. So go on, it's gonna give you an extra like 2 minutes while I mix this up to get some more people on here. And you know what? Like I say, y'all want them on here for this one. Let go.
Wake up in the morning, time to rise and shine. Hit the grind, ain't no way, y'all falling behind. Every dollar earned is a step to a line. Mr. Grind Time, watch how I redefine. Hustle hard, never looking back. This is where legends are made, that's a fact. This is Grind Time live and reaching for the sky. Money's on the line, gotta hustle, can't lie. Living for the now while we aim to fly high. Together we'll rise, let our visions amplify. This is Grind Time live and reaching for the sky. Money's on the line, gotta hustle, can't lie. Living for the now while we aim to fly high. Together we'll rise, let our visions amplify. Total life changes, gotta push through the pain. Health over wealth, but we're still stacking gains. Motivation in my veins, driving me insane. Never satisfied, I forever remain. The clock's ticking, can't waste a beat. Every move I make, I'm feeling the heat. This is Grind Time live and reaching for the sky. Money's on the line, gotta hustle, can't lie. Living for the now while we aim to fly high. Together we'll rise, let our visions amplify. So step to the grind, let's chase what we dream. Mr. Grind Time, building a team. This is Grind Time live and reaching for the sky. Money's on the line, gotta hustle, can't lie.
Yo, how you like the theme song to the hottest new podcast gracing your screen? Hey, I had to create that one, but I've been having fun with music lately. He say he running a little bit behind, but you know what? It's all gravy because I gotta take the time to properly edify this king anyway. Because I tell you, this was one of the first people I actually got to know when I joined this company, and he's been one of the most influential people I've met in this company. Not only because of his spirit, his faith, he's just an all-around good guy, good father, good husband, he's just an all-around good man of God, And anytime that spirit of God is in you and it's flowing through you like that, you can't help but to attract. Like I say, we gonna tell the story about like when we first met, but first person that I would ever call my twin. They say he looked like me, but it is what it is. We both know some good looking men, so it's all gravy. But I gotta throw this up there. If you haven't gotten this yet, he is the author of this amazing book right here, 40 Biblical Truths for Your Life's Test. I had to plug this because this is such a powerful book. when God puts something in you to do, and you finally get it out, it ain't nothing but power behind it. And that's how I feel about this right here. I'm telling you. You know what? I can go all night just talking about this man, this king. But I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna bring him on, and hopefully he can go on and get on, or hopefully he will be able to speak with us and come and bless us, because he has been a blessing to my life since we met. And I just want him to be a blessing to yours just for one night. So light up the chat, drop some fire, drop some hearts, drop some ones, drop everything for the one, the only pastor, author, my twin, D. Carl Brown. IG let him in. Okay, let's try that one. Okay, here we go. There we go. Twin, what it do?
What's up, twin? How you doing, sir?
Hey, how are you today?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. I just got out of my dinner church service just now. Like I preached, we prayed, I laid hands tonight. I am so full right now. And I was thinking, now we went over tonight, twin. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why. Like we usually right at 7:30 we done. But again, like listening to people, and if you don't ever listen to people and feel a need and a call to pray, I'm at a manufactured home community. If people wonder who is Pastor Brown, where he pastoring at, let me explain it to you. I've been commissioned by my pastor to plant a church in the old New Testament style called the Dinner Church. And so what we do is I lead a team of servants from my church, and we feed people. We feed people, and I get to talk about Jesus and reintroduce them to their Father. And tonight was a special night. The Lord gave me a word that a lot of these people don't go to church. So when you hear people that don't go to church say, you preached right to me. Like one guy told me his wife told him the same thing I preached before he left the house. And I talked about how's that working for you? Children, have ye any meat? Called to more. How when Jesus Christ was, and this ain't in the book, y'all, God's still speaking to me. So Jesus Christ was risen. And I talked about how Easter was way back in the past, about a month now in the past. And Peter and his buddies went out fishing and they didn't catch nothing. And Jesus asked them one. Now, I'm a foodie, so this question I've always been intrigued by. Children, have you any meat? Is there any substance to all of your toil? You toiled all night. You went back to your comfort. How's that working for you? I can't even go. I can't even say it tonight. The Lord stopped my tongue when I was trying to preach it in there. How's that working? Your place of comfort, the stuff that you're so used to doing that you've walked with Jesus, you've heard his voice, and now you're going back to your old ways. How's that working for you? And so we talked about it, and that in that story, Jesus told them to cast their side on the other side of the net. After they fished all night and caught nothing. Fishermen, skilled fishermen, expert fishermen, all night and caught nothing. Just obey me one more time. Now they didn't know it was Jesus. I got a table to slap. I done found a table to slap. So they didn't even know it was Jesus, and they didn't recognize him until the miracle of the haul came. And so we know they went on to fish men. He told Peter before, you're going to be fishers of men. And so one thing I said was the The thing that you do in the world is the thing that you can do in the will. Your talents, your gifts, that thing that you love to do it for God. And so I preached that tonight. And I did say specifically that's not in the book. Let me tell you why. Because God is still speaking to me. Raise your hand in the chat if you got my last message. You know, God is still speaking to me. I don't know if I'm doing another devotional. I have already started writing out me and Leather's love story, wrapped around the role of understanding in the marital and love dynamic. So, like GT, if you ask me what's been going on, man, he's been in my ear, man. He's been in my ear, and when he gets in my ear, I put him in my pen.
Yes.
I don't know how long the show gonna be tonight, but I got to get this out. Please start journaling. If you are not journaling and chronicling, I don't care if times are good or bad. You need to understand that the breath of God inspires writing. And you ain't got to be no author. You ain't got to be a published author. If you just get yourself a journal somewhere, sit down somewhere and get in touch with your feelings. Sit down somewhere, get still somewhere. I told the young lady tonight, I was ministering to her. She had something in her voice. And when I was talking about gifts and callings, she had a real scratchy voice. And she said she used to be a singer before some disease messed up her voice. And I asked her, I said, "Are you still singing?" And she goes, "No." She goes, you hear how my voice sounds? And I said, I told her about the story when I was coming back. I saw Big T. Tion, I saw you on here. I was coming back from the DMV event that Talenti and Tion, shout out TNT, wonders in this company, wonders in the earth. Y'all don't know how this couple has blessed me specifically outside of the event, of course, but I went to that event because I was lacking energy and I needed it. I told Jack and John, I said, "John, you guys go all of Puerto Rico and all these places. I can't work another day if I don't get around some life changers." And I made my way to the DMV. On my way back home, I encountered a young lady who, she said, "Did you just get out of your car singing?" I stopped at a rest stop. "Were you just singing just now?" And I said, "Ma'am, I sing all day, every day." And she began to tell me, now imagine this. I'm going to a rest stop. I just got to, freshen up, give me some coffee, spit some water on my face so I can make it home. And so this lady draws me into her marriage. And she says, "I'm here. I'm traveling with my second husband." And she says, "My first husband on our honeymoon night told me," and I shared this with the young lady tonight. She said, "My first husband on our honeymoon night, on our wedding night, told me never to sing." She said, "We were on our way to our honeymoon and it was a road trip and I started singing and he told me, 'Please stop.' And he goes, 'Never sing again in my presence.'" And I said, "You let that man rob you?" I said, "Singing is an indication of joy."
Yeah.
And you ain't got to be perfect when you're singing. The Bible says, "Make a joyful noise." And I said, "You let that man take your song. You let that man steal your joy." And she hung her head. She said, "Yeah, I did." But she said, "I'm married to a wonderful man today." I said, "You sure enough better be. Because you don't let nobody stop you from singing."
You better sing.
I ended up grabbing my blessed oil. I had blessed oil here. So this is a manufactured home community center. And so we feed them in their house. We go in their house. We serve them in their house. They were just asking, we're having a block party next month. Can we do this? No, we came to serve y'all. We don't want you to do nothing. Just let us serve you. Let us minister to you. And so I ended up laying hands on that lady. I gave her some blessed oil. This manufactured home community center becomes the place where God dwells.
Yeah.
Now you got to roll that on here. You know I talk all night.
That's what I know you will, and I know the type of messages you bring. That's why I wanted you on here for the anniversary episode.
Hey, happy anniversary, bro. Now listen, many of y'all don't know, this is unofficial. Many of y'all don't know that I prayed that Gary would come off a Wednesday. He was having his lives on my Bible study night. I love my brother. Lord knows, God knows I do. I love GT. God knows I do. But I love Jesus too. And I just couldn't get away. So I said, Lord, make a way for me to get on his platform. And here we are on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Don't
Yeah, he was one of my biggest influences for switching over to Tuesday. It was you and a couple others. I kept hearing people saying that I got church that night. I got Bible study that night. I'm like, you know what? I'm probably gonna start Bible study too pretty soon myself anyway. So, you know what? I can push it back to Tuesday. But when I started on Wednesday, when I started originally, Wednesday, 7 o'clock was really the only good open time, you know. It was a time where I wasn't like caught up in a lot of things. It wasn't a whole lot of other lives going on. I basically wasn't having to compete with nobody.
Yeah.
So that's why I picked that time on that day. But now things are opened up a lot more. Sure. And now I was able to push it back to Tuesday with no hitches at all, no problems at all. And it works a lot smoother on Instagram, even though you don't get to keep the comments and stuff. That's one thing I don't like about the Instagram. Once we go off, the comments and stuff go away, and I'm like, they may want to go back and watch that and see it, know how the people were commenting to them. You know, I don't like that part about it. But other than that, we gonna keep coming and we gonna keep bringing these stories. It don't matter. Oh yeah, everybody, he's the one that created this shirt right here. We make no hashtag miracle. That's why I call him Mr. Hashtag.
We make no miracle claims, but between Jesus and the T. Let me talk real quick about those hashtags. A lot of people don't know, but the reason why I have hashtags in that book, 40 Biblical Truths for Your Life's Test, is so that people can connect with Christian content. So hurting people can connect with a phrase that says God can, you know. And so the way I heard it from the Lord is, I don't want this to just stop with I don't want people to read your book and that's the last thing they see about my goodness, about my grace, about my mercy. So I ain't even got to collect you to my content. But every one of them hashtags in that book, you're going to connect with some life out of the Word of God. Intentional.
Yes. Yes.
All things are working for my good. He's
go and search any one of those hashtags.
Yes, sir. I know. We don't get that on here. Never be thinking I just be doing stuff. But I gotta tell you.
Oh man. All right, I do want to get into a little bit of your story though, because everybody, this was the guy that stepped in on his first day, smooth as smooth can be, you know, 3-piece suit, you know, stepped in just like what? Like he was just, you know, how you say, brush your shoulders off.
Yeah.
That was him. But now he goes to work with a t-shirt on. Well, okay, talk to us about how it was when you started to basically how it is now, the culture for you.
So in order to tell that story, I have to tell you of where I am in life now. Where I am in life now is I just want to do God's will. I just want to do God's will, whether it's in church or in a manufactured home community center or at work. And so coming into TLC, I knew I was coming to my next kingdom assignment. Now, everybody ain't going to get this, but I'm talking to who I'm talking to. God doesn't open every door for me. He opens the doors that he has an assignment and an agenda in. And once he opens that door, I say yes. I go in and I do kingdom business. Now, TLC was a different type of vibe for me. Now, you know, director of human resources, I didn't start as the director of human resources. I came in beneath the director of human resources. And let me talk to you. Some of you're not where you think you're supposed to be. You're not where you dream to be. You're in a place where you know you're beneath what you're supposed to be doing. Let me minister to you. Let me take you back to my second interview with TLC. It was 7 hours long. And so I was leaving nonprofit. I need somebody who needs to hear this. I was leaving nonprofit because nonprofit, they don't pay you as much money, right? But did I complain? No, because I was on a kingdom assignment at my last job. COVID shut buildings down, and I was able to do all the singing and entertainment for the seniors that I was serving. I did all the preaching because we didn't let no preachers come in. COVID shut the building down, but they had a preacher in the building. They had a singer. Some of these seniors were 80 and 90 and 100 years old, and I could sing "It's Impossible for the Sun." I could sing in their generation. Y'all know too many brothers that know Perry Como. Y'all better say something in this chat. Johnny Mathis. Chances are, 'cause I wear a silly grin. You can't tell me God didn't have me there for reason and for purpose. I was the last voice from heaven many of them heard before they died. And so God won't open a door unless there's an assignment for me. And so I'm coming out of what they say public sector. I'm coming out of that sector, and I'm coming over because I want some private sector money. I'm coming out of nonprofit so I can get some for-profit money. It's time for Carl Brown to get some money, right? And so let me tell you what happened. I sat in my interview, and the young lady, the director of human resources at that time, I'm telling all TLC business, she asked me what I was making. And I told her what I was making. And she said, well, we're gonna bring you in here under that. And I'm like, wait a minute, in my head, I'm saying, I came over here to get some money. You don't pay me what I was getting over there. That's not a profit. What are you doing, lady? But I said yes to the Lord. I was on live with Apostle Kendra, and this hit my spirit. I'm going to repeat it at this point. Nevertheless is the new yes. Nevertheless is the new yes. What are you saying, Brown? I'm telling you, when you look at the word nevertheless in the Bible, when that was used, when Peter was fishing that other time and he didn't catch nothing, and Jesus told him, put your nets on the other side. He said, I've been out here all night, but nevertheless, your word. Jesus was in the garden, right? And seeing if he could get past the whole death part. But what did he say? Nevertheless, not my will, but your will. So what am I saying? Nevertheless is the new yes. I'm saying there may be some hardship on the other side of your yes. There may be some challenges and some struggle. But when I sat there and I knew God opened this door for me, and I had an agenda to make some, and that lady told me, you ain't gonna do it over here. I'm gonna pay you what you've been getting over there. But what did I say? Nevertheless, because that's my new yes. And so when I got there, this is a corporate office. What are y'all doing with T-shirts on? This is a corporate office. Like, you got your shorts on in the corporate office, Scott. Daniel, what is wrong with you, man? And so I did sit there for like 2 to 3 months, 3-piece suit. But let me tell you what you did, Life Changer Nation. I encountered a culture that was stronger than my own traditions. You don't go to a corporate office and wear a T-shirt. Yes, you do. Here, Brown, we're gonna put this cake in your face on your birthday. Come get these cannons. They're gonna shoot some stuff out at you. What is this place? So what happened? And let me tell you what happened. I embraced the culture because the culture had already embraced me. Now understand, there was somebody already there, and she was dressed to the nines too. That previous director, always dressed up. She never let the culture take her. Listen, what do they do on these events? They put somebody behind you and tell you to fall back. You're gonna have to trust me. And so that young lady wasn't willing to trust. I was willing to trust. I was willing to trust TLC. I was willing to trust this culture, this crazy culture. Confetti cannons at the door. I was willing to do. Having fun, you get more work done. Where they do that at? Life changes. After I saw that it worked, after I saw that it eliminated some of my stress. I embraced the culture because it had already embraced me, because they could have threw me away. And so let me finish this story. What had happened was I ended up getting the money, persevering. Nevertheless is the new yes.
Yes.
So that's my story, how I got into TLC. I was looking for my next kingdom assignment, and boy, that kingdom assignment was huge.
Yes, because without that assignment, you wouldn't have met Mr. Grindtime. Hey, I tell you, it's a crazy story how we met, y'all, how we came across, and it was like an instant connection. I'm telling you. He just so happened to be standing at the door of the entrance where I was having to go into, and we spotted each other, and he screamed across the room, "Twin!"
I think I was on my phone with Leather, and I said, "You ain't gonna believe this. I see somebody look just like me."
Man, we got a good laugh and got a good kick out of that one, and it's been like this ever since. Except we've gotten tighter, we've got grown. He's helped me grow in my spirit and in my faith, and like I say, when I say he's blessed me, this man has blessed me more than he will ever know. So I'm giving him his flowers while he on here live in front of the whole world right now. I'm telling you, this man is a blessing.
Glory to God. I could sing that again. I could sing it again. All things are working for my good. He's intentional. Yeah, never failing. Listen, I'm please don't take it as arrogance, but it's intentional. It's intentional. Hopefully we'll get to share this story here, and I can explain to you what happened. But here in my logo, I saw Sister Tiva on here. Shout out Kai Blue. Shout out Sister Tiva. I see my sister Brittany. Shout out Content Community really quickly, because let me explain to you what happened, Gary, because that was October 2021. And when Gary says connected, he's not talking about I'm on his social media. Gary has my phone number. Gary and I have talked. I put that up in my promo. We've prayed together. We've put some requests before the Lord together.
Yes.
We've counseled and talked together. He's talking about me blessing him. He's blessed me. Cause some stuff we prayed for. I'm looking at his gym and all that, bro. Like, that stuff is just an answer to prayer, and I'm blessing God for the blessing that you've been. Dawkins and Dawkins wrote a song. You make me believe in miracles. And y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Y'all look at folk, and you look at what you see, and you don't see people hurt. You don't see people needing prayer. I'm a preacher that asks for prayer. I thank God my brother is here for me. I can't talk to a lot of folks. So let me talk about this. Let me talk about what happened October 2021. So back in September 1999, because I shouted out the Content Community because my brother Kai put this logo together for me for D. Carl Brown Ministries. September 1999, I was in worship at a women's convention with another church. It's not even my church, not even my assignment. I'm just going because I love to sing. And this prophet has called me down. And again, this is a women's conference. I ain't even supposed to. I don't know why you ministering to me. You got all these women in here. And here's what she said. Let me explain to you what happened between us and why we're still connected today, 4 years later. She said, Carl, as you were worshiping, I saw you as a tree that had sap. And she said that sap was the life of God oozing out all over you. She said that my roots in God had gone deep, and that the result of that was the life of God pulsing out of me.
Yes.
And she said there will be people continuously attracted to you because of that life, and they're going to eat of that life and come to know Jesus Christ and walk with him with the same intimacy and the same depths that you have walked with him. That was the prophecy. September of 1999, 26 years ago. And so while GT, you in Louisiana, we got a good buffer between us. Thank God for the phone. Thank God for the social media connect. While I have never, and I'm not telling this to be a sad story, while I have never had any friends outside of my high school buddy that his dedication is in the book. In 2017, he lost his wife, and I began sending him texts to encourage him. Outside of him, and he lives 30 miles away from me, so we don't see each other every day. So I don't have that buddy that we can go out to the game with. We can go B-dubs with and have a Mountain Dew. I've never had that in my entire life, but I have had people that God has connected me with. I have had people that I don't know what it is about me. I'm not particularly good to look at. I know Leather would probably say something different. I don't know what it is about me where I don't have that close circle of friends. So what do? I'll hook up with a buddy I don't know from Louisiana.
Yeah.
Song says, why don't you have a little talk with Jesus? Jesus, listen, Gary do too.
Definitely. I'm gonna tell you, and I guess that's another reason why I want you to come on, because you can attest to the culture of the Life Changer Nation. I mean, he's not even actually in Life Changer Nation. Well, he's a part of Life Changer Nation. He's a part of the corporate side, but you can't tell by looking because he fits right in with the rest of us.
Yeah.
And that's the way our corporate staff is, though. But it's just different over here. We built different.
Different over here. That phrase right there really sums it all up. It's different over here. And again, I don't know why this word keeps coming up in my head. It's intentional. I don't want y'all to take it for arrogance. It's intentional. Like, we want to attract people. We want to be different. You can't tell me Jack didn't want to be on the line and they having fun on the line. We were destined to be different. And so when you look at total life changes, when you look at, now I'm going to say this because I heard Tion say it, I'm just repeating it. Tion and Talentia, they told me somewhere, I believe it may have been Vegas, it may have been Detroit, but one time they said, now, we never used to pray before you got here. We didn't pray before events. So I've only been here since 2021. October 2021 was my first event. We didn't pray at that event. But let me tell you what intrigued me. So it was the event before, it was Orlando. I started in July of 2021. So they went to Orlando my first week. And so, and let me back it up. Let me explain what you just said. So when I was looking to come into the company, and I tell people this all the time on tours, I fell in love with the Life Changers before I fell in love with the corporate staff. So if you wonder why I'm always out here, why I'm always on your social media, it was when I was looking for work and preparing for my interview that I saw that statement, giving you products and a community that you can feel. I thought that was the most arrogant statement that I had ever seen in my entire life. I know you got your little product, but how you gonna tell me I'm gonna feel your community? And so what I did was I went from video to video, and I saw y'all faces. I saw y'all smiles. I felt y'all energy. I was mad that I felt this community. And so by the time I got to my 7-hour second interview, my mind was made up. I wanted to get near y'all. I didn't know Jack and John, and I didn't know who they were in those videos. But I wanted to, well, I actually told her in the video, I said, I want to start next week. I told the young lady, the director at that time interviewing me, I said, don't interview anybody else. And I didn't know none of them. I wanted to get near y'all. I wanted to be where y'all were at. And so Orlando, I noticed in July, because it was my first week, and the second week they were going to Orlando for the event. And so I saw a video of them holding hands and praying in the background. And I was like, all right, I like this. But what they do, and that impressed me. And so what they do after, now we start praying out loud in the front. That's a game changer.
Yes.
And so people, I heard Timothy and Tion say it, so I'm just repeating it. That didn't start till you got here. But let me tell you, God had an agenda for TOC all along. All he needed. Now, we couldn't pluck y'all off the field, all y'all Christians, all y'all out there Christians making that tea money. We couldn't pluck y'all off the field. So that's why I feel I was called into the corporate, but that's why I stay in Life Changer Nation. That's why, hey, if Jack and John ever mess up, if they ever say, Carl, you know what? I think we're done with you. I'm going to be like, okay, I ain't out of here. I'm going to hook up with, I got some teams I can run on. I think I can sell this tea.
He say, it's all good. I'll just switch over to the other side and y'all still ain't getting rid of me.
Listen, when you're assigned to something, when you're called to something, you can look at anybody in the Bible. Nobody could lead Israel like King David. Nobody would have had, I say all the time with Noah building the boat, I'm not that guy. Leather, you be quiet on this part. Like, if I need something fixed in the house, I'm going to pay somebody. I'm not that guy. The ark would have sank with all the instructions God gave. I can't look at I can't look at a cabinet I bring in the house. I have somebody, I look at the direction they got it in Russian, Spanish. I tell you what, that boat would have had a leak in it so big. People are called to specific assignments. God doesn't listen to me. Many are called, but few are chosen. I will advance that scripture and say this: nobody can do in the earth what you're supposed to do.
I was waiting on you to say that one. Because
nobody else.
I always say it in a little bit different way. It is like, basically, as somebody out there that only you can reach. Same difference. Same thing. I knew you was going to say it because anytime when your passion started kicking in, that line is going to come. I know you that way.
Listen, it's no joke. It's no joke. Like, God is serious. And I hear y'all, well, I'm not saved and I don't go to church and I don't do this. Every work ain't in the church. Gary, let me talk to you about this book. The Lord gave me a benediction, and I've been saying it now for about a year and a half, and I wanted to immortalize it in the book. I say in there, God bless the work of your hands, the mission and purposes in your heart, or the purposes and intents of your heart, and your mission in the earth.
Yes.
You have your own mission. You have your own mission. Let me take it back off. You got your own people to reach. That benediction, I believe, is special. I believe that God gave that to me so people would know that, God wouldn't send Jesus on assignment and not send you. You got an assignment too. So you reach the people but watch this. Jesus reached, he had multitudes following him. But out of that multitudes, he had the 12. Out of that 12, he had the 3. Out of that 3, I talked about the one that Jesus loved. He was in my lesson tonight in dinner church. And so there are levels to this. And the only thing that separates the one from the rest, only thing that separates these levels is passion to do the will of God that you're sent to do. Everybody, 12 disciples, but only 3 went in with Jairus' daughter. Only 3 went to the Garden of Gethsemane. Only 3 saw Moses and Elijah at the Mount of Transfiguration. There's levels to this, and the only thing that negates your forward motion is your passion. And so there's people that you're supposed to reach. That's why you can't lay down. That's why you can't quit. That's why you can't stop. I know stuff comes against you. It's supposed to, because there are people you are supposed to reach, and the enemy knows if he can stop you, he can stop the people you're attached to.
Yes. That point. And I've said it in different ways, but go ahead.
Let me take you to the word real quick. So Jesus and Peter are having this discussion, and Jesus tells Peter, Satan desires to sift you as wheat. Right? But when you look at that you in the Greek, it's a plural you. So he's not saying you only. He's saying understand you and everybody you're attached to. He desires to sift you as weak, because if he gets you, he got everybody. He got your family. It ought to anger you when the attacks of the enemy come to you, because he don't just want you. Let me give you some more Bible on that. Samson lays his head in Delilah's lap. Delilah didn't want Samson. The Philistines wanted Samson.
Yep.
And so you got to understand that behind every attack, behind every forward motion that you have, there's somebody attached to you, your family, your friends, your business partners. There's somebody attached to you that the enemy doesn't want to take you out. Listen, God works generationally. That's why we hear about the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Moses. He's not just trying to take out one person. And go to Acts chapter 16. God ain't trying to save one person. He's Lydia, you and your household, the jailer, him and his household got saved. God don't do no stuff unless he does it corporately.
Woo!
That should have been in the book.
Man, hey, that's why we got more books coming.
That's why we
got more books coming.
That's why, Gary, I pray for you. That's why I pray. Like if, oh gosh, ain't no easy way to say this. Like if we ever got connected, if this is right, if this prophecy was right, if we ever got connected, there's some light that God is trying to get to you. If we ever got connected, I'm not just talking about you, I'm talking about whoever hears me on social media. If this is right, since this, I've stopped saying that. I want y'all to help me do this in the earth. I want us to stop saying if this is true. I want us to start saying since this is true. Yeah. Since this prophecy is true, then God has an agenda of life for everybody you're attached to. You will live and not die. I'm trying to tell you.
Yes. Yes. That's where the legacy come into play. That's where everybody you touch come into play, because everybody you touch, now that's a piece of you that's living on. Yeah. And let that piece of you, they're going to touch somebody else. Now you steady living on. That's where, and it just keeps going. It just keeps going. So, yes.
You've been on the 25X party training. I guess I'll announce it here. They ain't put nothing out on Facebook or nothing. You know, the training is shifting. We're going to these taste and talks. So Jack has already put it in my ear that they're going to get training ready for that. So the 25X parties are no more, y'all.
That's what happened.
But you heard me say this on the 25X party. When you're called to do something and you know you're called to do it, people are attracted to you. And you begin to lead those people and you begin to shepherd those people. And while we look at it from a business aspect, let's talk about the power of influence. Once you influence people towards anything, towards the right, towards the bad, they're a lot of their results are a result of your result.
Yes.
Because you were the influential one. You were the leader, right? And so we do have a calling to carry other people. And if you don't, then what are you doing in a community? Go do it by yourself. John Donne said, no man is an island unto himself. God said it a little different. He said, it's not good that man be alone. I'm going to make your man help me. And we do use that for marriage. It's wholly applicable to marriage, but in the larger scale, it's applicable most to community, because that's how community was established. And so it's important that forums like this, that platforms like this, we say like and share. I didn't get that before, but now that I understand, the mission is the most important thing. It's not how many likes you get. It's not how many followers you have. Oh, Lord, Gary, I didn't want to cry on this thing today. Oh, God. But it's doing the will of God, doing what you're supposed to do, reaching who you're supposed to reach, giving hope to somebody that didn't have it. Gary, and I said, this is what I was going to say. I say this on the 25X training. I say this. I say people will never come back. You'll never know how many people you reach. Most of them will never come back and tell you thank you. And what do? I stop and I clap and I say thank you. But please understand, there's somebody that you've blessed, G. There's somebody that you've helped. They didn't come back and say thank you.
Yeah.
They didn't say your show blessed me. But trust me, they got what they needed, and the final. Can you imagine that? Your show being the final adjustment in somebody else's success. Something you said, something you played, right? They don't know you, so they don't come back. I love how, because I'm just getting into the ministry, and so I'm starting to look at analytics, some of the social media analytics. Sister Brittany here, I'll never forget the first show I watched of hers, the first live, where she talked about how the book blessed her. Sister Brittany, what I did was I put that in our family chat, and I said, I don't know this young lady. I had no idea this would bless her the way it did.
Yes.
And so when you look at the analytics and you look at, somebody shared this or how long they were on it, just enough. You don't know who you're blessing. Please do not stop doing the will of God in your life. Don't stop. Don't stop doing it.
Yeah.
Stay excited. Stay expectant. Stay encouraged. Encourage yourself when you don't see the likes.
Yes.
Encourage yourself in the Lord. Don't just encourage yourself and grab you a booze and no, that ain't what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Encourage yourself in the Lord.
I tell you, all I gotta do is think of.
I'm a crier, GT. My fault. You ought to know me by now.
Nah, it's cool. Like I said, I just gotta think of the story of the 10 lepers that Jesus cleansed. Only one came back to say thank you. They all got the cleansing, but only one came back. But that's all that matters. All that mattered was it got done.
Yep.
And everybody got to see his works. Yep. So it don't matter if they don't say, thank you, you blessed me, as long as you catching this, as long as you catch what's put out there, then I've done my part. That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's why I've been going through all these trials and tribulations with this show for the last year. Fighting the half the time Facebook won't let my people join, and a lot of people having conflicts. I mean, scheduling conflicts, and because like I said, it's been just me doing this.
Yeah.
Finding people, going back doing the editing, posting the clips. That's all me. I'm not money. I said this before. I'm not monetized. I'm not doing this to be monetized. I probably could be, but I'm not doing this to be monetized. I'm doing this so I can get these stories out to reach more people because somebody just may need to hear what's being said that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I say, I've been touched by so many just lives. Yeah. Just clicking on somebody's lives. Like Coach Carmen. Oh my gosh. Coach Carmen. Yeah. I see her. I see her right there. That's the last one I see right there. Yeah. It's been times I just clicked on her lives, and it seemed like it'd be like at the perfect time to hear exactly what I need to hear.
She be preaching. Coach Carmen is. I was on the phone with her the other night. Like, she's never opened her mouth and not said something impactful. I always hear, and that's why. Listen, and all of y'all, I don't know who's all on here. All of y'all know, and I say this on tour, I'm your number one fan. I'm a stop and listen. I found out through the analytics, they record how long you listen. So I stop. If I'm being blessed, if you're feeding me, I'm stopping and I'm eating.
Yes, that part.
I'm stopping so I can grow. I'm stopping because I don't have it all. I don't know it all. I'm quite sure I preached some of Lady Carmen's messages.
Hers, Tion and Talithia, Minister Tiva. It's quite a bit has went into a little bit of what Mr. Grindtime be throwing out. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Dick Hart Brown, John Le Carre.
Listen,
I mean, quite a bit of people went into building Mr.
yeah,
Grindtime.
yeah. I'll never forget Coach Sheila in Reflect when she had all those people come up and she said, "Y'all see me, but y'all don't see Coach Tammy." John, she called up Stormy, Jack. She called all those people up. She said, "Y'all see me, but y'all don't see the people behind me." Listen, it's time we opened our mouths and said it was you. I've said it in a different way. You're the reason.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
the reason. Yeah, you started that. I heard you say that first. I liked it. I picked it up. Listen, here's my thing on that. Here's my thing on that. If it's the word, if it's helping people grow, like I said, you look at those analytics, you don't know what people need. Gary, understand, our responsibility is so small. All we have to do is sow. All we have to do, you know what sowing, you know what that takes? Is quick. Ooh, I done put that in the ground. And this is my phrase, I done put it in the earth. When these lives stick up there, they're stuck in the earth. That's
Yes.
our responsibility. You've done your part. Watch God do the rest.
You better say it. You better say it.
Paul said, I watered, Paul planted, I watered, and God gives the increase. You ain't never seen, listen, while the earth remains, seed, time, and harvest. All we got to do is scatter this seed, sow this seed. That's our responsibility. You turn it on the live today, if you don't do the editing, if you just hang this where it is, that's what you were supposed to do. If you got word content in there, if you got any, and you ain't got to preach the whole time, just scatter a little seed. Where did I say this at? I think it was in that last text I sent you. There's only one thing that's going to stand forever. That's the word.
Yeah.
Depression
Yes.
ain't going to stand forever. Affliction ain't going to stand forever. Challenges, nothing lasts forever except the word.
Yeah.
Heaven and earth will pass away, but my word, if you got a little bit, I'm gonna say it like this. I used to teach Sunday school, high school teams, and one time I brought in a plate of cookies, right? Cookies for breakfast, chocolate chip, all natural, all organic. This is an all organic cookie, and I said, go ahead and eat it. It's got flour, it's got eggs, all organic flour, all organic eggs, and it got a little dog doodle in it too. Just a little bit though. That doodle is organic. It works, right? But listen, even a small amount of doodle will taint a whole cookie. Ain't nobody gonna eat it. But when you put even just a little bit of word, if somebody gets a little bit of word in them, that's all they need. Everything that the word is supposed to do, wash and regenerate. Everything that the word is supposed to do, feed and grow and nurture. Everything that the word is supposed to do. He sent his word and he healed them. Everything the word, if you got just a little bit of word, the thing that's going to last forever, that's all people need. That's our responsibility. You ain't got to do a whole hour show about preaching. One small word. This dinner church that I do, I only preach 10 minutes. That's all I got. With Bernie Mac. That's all I got. Right? Because that's all it takes. You don't take a whole hour. Now, would I like a whole hour and a half? Some of my favorite preachers along with me. Dr. Bishop Jackie McCullough, Noel Jones. Them cats don't be up there for an hour. They get it out. That's the kind of, but with the word, all you need is just a little dab will do.
Yeah, just a little. Say faith the size of a mustard seed. You ever seen a mustard seed? That's one of the smallest seeds you can. If not the smallest seed you can have, but it's what comes out of it that makes a difference. That little old seed produces a huge harvest.
Yes, sir. You just preached.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get with you after this because we gotta have a talk. I got something coming up in the future that I gotta talk to you about,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
I don't want it to be out here because it's not, it's one of
Oh, I got,
those, one of
I
those
got you.
real
I
intimate
got
times, yeah.
you. I got
But
you.
I try to keep these at an hour, under hour. But I know we ain't even really get started. We really just getting started. But we can't go
Wow.
another hour or two because I try to keep the format.
That's good. That's good, sir. That's good. I don't believe it's been out. We just started talking, bro.
That's what it feel like for real.
Hey, I gotta
And
wrap up my dinner church anyway.
okay,
I do appreciate the time, bro.
but before you go, I know you done dropped nugget after nugget. Give us one more that's gonna get us through the week.
One more that's gonna get us through the
Through the
week.
week.
Uh,
Because Grind Time
uh,
Live ain't coming back till next Tuesday. So
uh-huh.
give us one that's gonna get us through the week.
Listen, I asked everybody if you want to get me something for my birthday. And I told them to do one simple thing. Just ask the Lord, what do you want me to do? We need help out here, Gary. We need help. We need help. We don't have a long time to do what we have to do. We see they already talking war. The Bible tells us what the last days are going to look like. So all we need is for people to join us and help us spread the word. So I need to pull you, some of you that are listening, come up out of your obscurity. It's time now. It's time now. Abound in the work of the Lord. I'm not telling you to stop going to work. I'm telling you to be the light while you're on your job. Spread the word while you're on a job. I'm not telling you. Some of you husbands, some of you fathers need to go back to your children. The time now to do that because you have to root them and ground them and teach them and show them the word. If I could say anything, I would say the time is now. Everything that God put in you to do, empty it out right now. Right now. Do it. Start tonight. That's Ty Tribbett. The time now, no greater time than now for you to turn back to God. Ooh, please, please turn back to God.
Yes.
Let me put that in the
I
chat.
just want to say, all right, while you're doing it, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you. And I ain't got nothing but love for you, King.
I love
I
you,
know
sir.
I know you blessed so many tonight. If you bless them as much as, if they feeling it half as much as I feel it, then I know they feeling you.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to make them want to do more.
Glory to God. You can do it.
Yes, Lord.
You can do more. That's a matter of fact, that was what my message was entitled tonight, The Call to More. I'm gonna preach it probably in the morning or before I go to bed tonight. Like it was so much good stuff in there. So I'm gonna follow my twins' lead. I'm gonna jump on the live tonight. I'm gonna get it all out of me. I ain't gonna tell you to do it and me not do it first.
Exactly. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, then, twin, go. Okay, I'm going on. Let you go. You can go on, get your exit out and just like go into the view, and I'm gonna go on and close it. You got me. See,
Love you,
that's
sir.
how you know the energy and that spirit is going. It started. My mind started working faster than my mouth.
Love you like blood, Gary. Be blessed, bro.
Peace out, man. Man, that was the one and only author, pastor, my twin, D. Carl Brown, man. I just want him to go, like, he's on the corporate side, like we said, but he blends right in with the life changer side because, he embodies what a lot of the life changers are, We are big on spirit. We are big on energy. We are big on serving. We are big on trying to help. That's all we want to do. We're here to serve. We're here to bring people So, if you heard anything tonight that blessed you, anything tonight that make you want to know more about us, more about this life-changing nation, then get with whoever sent you this. Get with whoever sent you this. If you were on the fence before, then please stop right now. Then jump off the fence and don't walk. Run to your nearest life changer and tell them to get you started. Whether you just trying to increase your health or you trying to get into this community, this family, because that's what it is. We come together and we make no miracle claims, but we make miracles. But yo, I'm finna going on. Just drop some music on the way out. Y'all throw some fire in the chat. Throw some hearts in the chat for Mr. D. Carl Brown, man. Show him some love, please, because like I said, you heard he had a lot going on already, but he still took the time to come and bless us with an hour, and then as y'all see, we could have kept going. And I'm trying to get off here now, but he got me going. He got me going right now, y'all. But that's why I love the energy of this man. So, and that's the energy of not just him, because that is his energy, his spirit. But that's a lot of us in Total Life Changes, because we all feed off each other's energy. So we can, like I say, help the world. Like I always say, I ain't got nothing but love for you, fam. And remember, God loves you. Let's vibe out on the way out. Peace out. Yeah. Yeah. I'm up before the sun. Grind mode activated. Numbers on the
Credit. Mr. Grind Time, better get it understood.
Never sleep on the king like the king never would.
Cash for
School, but I'm rich in my mind. Write a scroll on their timeline.
Sharper in the dark. Play my position now, tearing it apart.
Health is wealth, that's the vibe that I'm on. Climbing up high from the dust to the dawn.
Motivation,
Flowing through me like a river. Mr. Grind Time, cold-blooded go-getter. Playing tight, aim high, never do it small. I don't just fuck, I bulldoze walls. Energy, electric, soul of a leader. Grind ain't the phase, it's a full-time feature.
ties on the track.
Peace out, fam. See y'all next week for another episode of the hottest new podcast gracing your screen. Back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. Instagram, Mr._Grind_time80 for another amazing show. Peace out, fam.